And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Holcomb Park in Mesa, Arizona. Tom Garbison for Southwest Sports Network, and it's play-by-play coverage in the 2015 Cactus Classic. And we're underway in an Underclass Division pool game. And our teams today, the SoCal Victory and the Premier West Cardinals 16U. And we're underway here. First pitch came across a little bit before 3 o'clock, so we get started just a little bit early. Nothing wrong with that at all. 2:56 our first pitch, and it's the SoCal Victory, the visitors in this ball game, and it's Anthony Martin, the right fielder, leading off. He's up there with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, that's off the plate for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Martin, who leads off, as I mentioned, for the SoCal Victory. 1-0 in pool play as they beat the T-Rex yesterday by a score of 3-2. Ball hit down the right field line, but that's foul. It'll take 1 hop and go into the stands and out of play. We are at Holcomb Park in Mesa. It's the spring training home of the Oakland Athletics. The Athletics just completed their first year of spring training here at Holcomb, although they had been here way back more than 30 or 40 years ago. And get a swing and a miss there, and Martin strikes out, and that's the opening out of the ball game. For Premier West Cardinals, 0-1 in pool play as they lost to Spartans Black by a score of 5-4 yesterday. It'll be 3 pool games for each team. Single games yesterday, today, and then they'll each play 1 tomorrow. Now here's Alan Underwood, the first baseman, hitting from the left side, going after the first pitch. A little pop-up on the third base line into foul territory. A step, the catch is made, and that's out. Number 2. We'll try to get you through the lineup for the Victory, and they're batting 12 today. Blake Del Toro makes his way to the plate. He's the starting pitcher. Ross Becker will bat 4th. Brian Glenn is 5th. Travis Axel is the catcher. He bats 6th. Matt Magana in center field is 7th, and Alan Arroyo, the shortstop, 8th. The left fielder, Anthony Heacock, bats 9th. Then it's Nick Ruiz batting 10th. And there's actually 13 hitters. Michael Kerner is 11th, Ryan Standiford 12th, and Julian Corey bats 13th. As that pitch to Del Toro is a ball, 2-0. So 4 extra hitters in the lineup for SoCal Victory in addition to their 9 position players. The 2-0 pitch on the way, that's over for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Ethan Schmitz is the starter for Premier West Cardinals. And the right-hander has retired the first 2 hitters, trying to make it a 3-up, 3-down inning. The 2-1 pitch on the way, that's over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. Schmidt's battery mate is Scott Masters. Jimmy LeConte plays first base. Jake Barrett is at second. Jack Carter, the shortstop. Ben Vandal at third base. Garrett Schultz in left. Dylan Satterfield in center. And that ball over into right field, and that's put away. We actually have Satterfield and Matt Berry both listed as center fielders, but it was the right fielder over there. One of the 2 of them anyway made the catch, and it is a 3-up, 3-down inning for SoCal Victory. After a half inning of play, Victory nothing, and the Cardinals coming up. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Dylan Satterfield leads off for Premier West. Took the first pitch for a ball. The next one misses away, and it's 2-0. Satterfield starts in center field. Jack Carter bats second and plays shortstop. Jimmy LeConte third at first base. Then Ethan Schmitz, the pitcher, is 4th. That one's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. In the 5 holes, the left fielder, Garrett Schultz. Ben Vandal at third base bats 6th, and Jake Barrett 7th. Scott Masters hits 8th. Matt Berry is 9th. Marcus Roberson is 10th. Duke Frommer is 11th. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Satterfield. The pitch up and in to run the count to 3-2. It's Blake Del Toro, the right-hander, that gets the start in the game today, and he gets that one over for a called third strike. And Satterfield strikes out to begin the first for the Cardinals. Jack Corn to the right, the shortstop rather, in there for the Cardinals with 1 out and the base is empty. No score in the bottom of the first inning. It's an Underclass Pool game in the 2015 Cactus Classic. Next one from Del Toro inside for a ball, 2-0. And a pitch over for a strike. And the 2-1 pitch. And a breaking ball, a little bit high, 3-1. And that'll be ball for the corner, so the Cardinals get a base runner, first one of the game for either side. One on and one out for the first baseman, Jimmy LeConte. Turning to throw to first, and Carter dives back. Set the defense for the victory. It's Heacock in left field, Magana in center, and Martin in right. Ruiz starts at third base as the first one is over for a strike. Then it's Arroyo at short, Kerner at second, Underwood at first, and Axel catching Del Toro. The set from Del Toro. And the 1-strike pitch. And that ball hit back up the middle, and that's past the second baseman into center field, and that'll put a couple of runners aboard here with 1 out in the home half of the first.
Let's go, 1-7, square one up. Smart batting out there.
Two aboard with 1 out for the pitcher, Ethan Schmitz. Check back to second base, and the first one on the way. Schmitz lifts a fly ball into right field. Martin over near the line makes the catch. Runner from second base will tag and go to third. So Carter moves up a base on Schmidt's fly ball to right field. But Martin does a nice job, gets over the line to put it away for the second out, and then gets it back into the infield quickly, but still puts runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the batter is Garrett Schultz. First one is Schultz, misses just off the plate for ball 1. And next pitch bounced in there for a ball, and it's 2-0. Premier West Cardinals out of Denver, Colorado. SoCal Victory out of the Riverside, Corona, Norco area. Runner from first base takes off, pitch a strike, throw down to second base, not in time. So a steal of second for LeConte, and he moves himself into scoring position. Now base hit could score 2 for the Cardinals as Schultz faces a count of 2 balls and a strike with 2 on and 2 out. Del Toro out of the stretch, he's set, and a 2-1 on the way, grounded foul wide of third. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score, bottom of the first inning. Now the 2-2. Off the handle of the bat, that's going to be played on a hop. And on to first base. And that is in time. So Arroyo calmly waits for that ball to come down and take a hop. And then he fires to Underwood at first base to throw out Schultz, and in the Cardinals' first inning. No runs, 1 hit plus a walk, 2 runners left, and after an inning of play, there's no score. Ross Becker leads things out for the SoCal Victory in the second and takes a breaking ball, low and away for ball one. Becker, Glenn, and Axel for the victory in the top of the second. The 1-0 pitch is low and inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Schmitz with a 2-0 on the way, and he misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. And a 3-0. A ground ball, so swinging away on a 3-0 pitch. And Becker grounds out to the shortstop Carter, 1 away. Now the batter, Brian Glenn. Takes that first one outside and low for ball one. 4 up and 4 down now for SoCal Victory to start the ball game, looking for their first base runner. The 1-0 pitch is low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Quite a difference from 2 weeks ago. This tournament series put on by Southwest Woodbat Classics. They held the Desert Classic 2 weeks ago, and that pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Same format, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I had some pretty heavy rain. There's a tapper out to the shortstop coming in on the grass. And Carter makes another play to throw out Glenn. And that's out number 2. Now the batter is Travis Axel, the catcher. He takes the first one high for ball one. But a couple of weeks ago, some rain played a little havoc with the tournament. Some light rain Thursday night, which didn't affect any of the games, but had a little bit of rain come down, and then heavy rain Friday morning. Some games were pushed to later starts, which then suspended some of the night games. Had to make them up on Saturday, and even on Sunday they were finishing up pool play as that's over for a strike, and it's 1-2. But no rain in the forecast here, and we're in the low 110s for the high temperatures here in the Phoenix area. That pitch was low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs, base is empty, top of the second and no score. The 2-2 pitch. That's punched into right field. That's going to bounce once, throw on to first base is not going to be in time, so it's a base hit for Axel. The right fielder Barry playing shallow and made a nice play to get that one on a hop. Threw a little bit wide of the bag at first and wouldn't have been in time anyway, but good effort. Danny Gill is on to run as a courtesy runner for Axel at first base. First pitch to Matt Magana is low and away for a ball. So Axel, the first base hit, first base runner of the game for the SoCal Victory, comes with 2 outs in the top of the second. And a swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 breaking ball misses. The runner took off, and the throw to second base bounces past the second baseman Barrett, backed up by Carter, and it's a still on base for Gill. And ball driven into left center field. That's going to get past Schultz. That's going to roll for a while as Gill scores. On his way to third base is Magana. The throw off the bag and not in time. And it's an RBI triple for Matt Magana, and the victory lead 1-0. Had that throw been on the money, might have been a close play at third, but we'll never know, as again it was well into the foul territory side of the bag. So Magana delivers an RBI triple, and now he's at third with 2 outs for Alan Arroyo. And the first one to Arroyo, high for a ball. Yeah, the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Next one misses for a ball. 2-1 on Arroyo, trying to get that runner in from third base. And that's foul to the netting. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schmidt's ready, the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Arroyo strikes out to end the inning. But the SoCal Victory get on the board at the top of the second, a run on a couple of base hits, and they leave one after an inning and a half. SoCal Victory 1, and the Premier West Cardinals nothing. Ben Vandal leads off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the second. Our first pitch bounced in there for ball 1. Vandal, Barrett, and Masters for Premier West. The 1-0 pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch. Inside corner a strike, 2-1. Cardinals had an opportunity in the bottom of the first inning, a 1-out walk and then a single. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Vandal, but had first and second with 1 out, a fly ball to right field, moved the runner to third, had a steal behind that to put it at second and third, but then a ground ball to short ended the first inning. Good start here, though, as Ben Vandal delivers a line drive single into left field. And he's aboard at first base for Jake Barrett. Throw over to first. Vandal back well ahead of the throw. And a fly ball into right field. Martin over, under it, and makes the catch. And that's out number 1. One away for Scott Masters as that throw goes over to first base. That nearly got over the head of the first baseman. It looks like it's Julian Corey now at first base. Of course, it's a free substitution as far as the defensive positions go. So we'll do our best to kind of keep track of the changes as they come in. Ryan Standiford is known as the second baseman. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. spun on, and that's bunted back foul, and that short hops the backstop, and the count goes to 1-1. Ross Becker, the new third baseman. So this might just be an inning-to-inning thing where players are just going to flip-flop every other inning to play defense for the SoCal victory. We'll see. The 1-1 pitch. That's inside. Just about got him, but Masters turns away from it, and the count's 2-1. Victory will make it a little more exciting because they've got a couple of sets of double numbers. 2 8s and 2 28s. 3-1 now on Masters with 1 on and 1 out, bottom of the second. Cardinals trailing 1-0. And a 3-1 pitch lifted high into shallow right center. And that's put away in center field for out number 2. Now 2 away for the right fielder, Matt Berry. That first one over for a strike. And the next one low and inside, and it's 1-1. Vandal with a leadoff single in the bottom of the second, but still over there at first base after a couple of fly balls to the outfield. And the next one is outside, and it's 2-1. Next pitch low, 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, that pitch low and inside, and it's ball 4. So Berry to first base, then pushes Vandal to second, and with 2 outs, the batter will be Marcus Roberson. But first, Axel out to talk to his starting pitcher, Blake Del Toro. First one to Roberson, misses for ball 1. Duke Farmer next for the Cardinals. That one over for a strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. 2-1 and 2 out, bottom of the second. Cardinals down 1-0. Underclass division pool game. The 1-1. Off the handle, popped up in the infield. Behind the bag and out onto the outfield grass. The ball down. And a run scores, and now they got the runner hung up, throw over to first base, and out is Roberson, but the run does score, so Vandal comes in to tie the ball game. It'll go as an RBI single for Roberson, and then he gets caught up between first and second base, and he's the final out. So for the Cardinals in the second inning, they get to run on a couple of base hits, and they leave one after 2. It's 1-1. Anthony Heacock, the leadoff hitter in the third for the SoCal victory. Ruiz and Kerner to follow. Schmidt's into the line, and the next one on the way, and that's over for a strike. 1-2 the count on Heacock. And the 1-2 pitch. A line drive, but caught by the shortstop Carter. Hard hit ball, but right at him, and there's one away. Here's Nick Ruiz. First one to Ruiz, low and away for a ball. And that one fouled back, and the count 1-1. Our score is tied at 1, each team with a single tally in the second inning. RBI triple for Matt Magana for the victory. RBI single for Marcus Roberson and the Cardinals. Now 2-1. Grounder down the third base side, but foul, and the count's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. It's high, 3-2. One out, base is empty, top of the third inning. The 3-2 pitch. Popped him up on the left side of the infield. And it's Vandal there to make the catch for out number 2. And Michael Kerner will try to get it started with 2 outs in the third for the SoCal victory. Ball fouled back into the seats, out of play for strike 1. And the 1-strike pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. And the 2-strike pitch. Fouled off tardy there, and that's off the facing of the first base dugout. Another one fouled off over on the first base side. Count remains 0-2. That one misses for a ball. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's another 3-up, 3-down inning for the SoCal victory. After 2.5, we're tied at 1. Duke Frommer going after the first pitch, a fly ball into right field. And Martin there to put it away, 1 pitch and 1 out. First one to Dylan Satterfield, low and away for a ball. Satterfield called out on strikes his first time up. And that's popped up on the right side. And that's that's put away, out number 2. Three pitches and 2 outs for Blake Del Toro. And now we'll face Jack Carter. And the first one over for a strike. Next one misses for a ball. The count 1-1. Score tied at 1 as we play in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tardy on the pitch. It's fouled off, and the count 1-2. And down on strikes goes Carter, and that ends the 3rd inning. It's a 3-up, 3-down for the Cardinals for the first time in the ball game, and after 3, we're still tied at 1. And going after the first pitch, Ryan Standiford with a foul ball off the netting. Here in the top of the 4th, we'll get back to the top of the SoCal victory order. Again, they're batting 13 players in the lineup. A swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. And the 2-strike pitch. On the outside corner, a called 3rd strike. And Standiford is the first out in the 4th inning. Strikeout number 4 for Ethan Schmitz. Now Julian Corey going after the first pitch. Rolls a ground ball to the left side. Vandal with it. On to LeConte at first base. And that's out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order. Anthony Martin back up there, and he had squared to bunt, pulled the bat back as the pitch got up and in, and it's ball 1. Martin struck out to start the ball game. Takes the next one low, and it's 2-0. For Ethan Schmitz, he retired the first 5 hitters he faced. Then in back-to-back hitters, gave up a single, a steal, and a triple to bring in a run. He's now retired another 6 straight after that triple. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. And here Schmitz back to the line of the 2-2. Missed low and away for ball 3, 3-2. And the 3-2 on the way. And that'll miss for ball 4. So that snaps a string of 6 in a row, set down by Ethan Schmitz. And now he'll try to pitch around a 2-out walk as he faces Alan Underwood. First one bounced in there for ball 1. Set the 1-0 with a runner going. The pitch a strike. The throw on the money at second base, but Carter not able to pick up that short hop to apply the tag. Throw got there in time, but again, maybe just a touch short, and Carter couldn't pick it. So Martin with a steal of second. And the count 1-1 on Underwood. Now 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch is high, 3-1. And a ball down the third base side. That's playable over there and caught just in front of the railing. I didn't think Vandal was going to have enough room to get there, but he does. And he puts it away to end the SoCal victory, 4th inning. No runs, no hits, so walk, and a runner left at second base, midpoint of the ball game, and we're tied at 1. Three, 4, and 5 in the order for Premier West in the 4th inning. And Jimmy LeConte takes ball 1. Ethan Schmitz and Garrett Schultz to follow. The 1-0 pitch off the plate, and it's 2-0. Ground ball, and that's through on the right side and into right field, a base hit. Ethan Schmitz. By the way, LeConte over at first base, 2 hits now. He had a single his first time up, and now a base hit to lead off the 4th. And a ground ball, that's picked up over there, out at second, and on to first base, not in time. Becker gets over there to cut off that ground ball and force LeConte at second. And Schmitz stays on at first by way of the fielder's choice. So 1 on and 1 out for Garrett Schultz. And first one inside to Schultz, also high for a ball. 1-1 our score, bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. Oh, big jump out there, and too big and too early of a jump, and that'll be an out at second base as Schmitz took off early. Trying to guess the timing there. Del Toro steps off, and they throw him out going to second base. So it's a caught stealing to erase Schmitz, and now Schultz bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. And he'll take a pitch for a strike, and it's 1-2. Pitch is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben Vandal next for the Cardinals. It's fouled straight back to the netting, and we stay at 2-2. And a breaking ball near the outside corner for a called 3rd strike, and that ends the Cardinal 4th inning. They get a leadoff base hit. But a caught stealing erases the base runner, and through 4, it's still 1-1. As we begin the 5th inning, ground ball out to the shortstop Carter, trying to backhand it and couldn't get it clean, and Del Toro is aboard at first base. I would think that'll go as an E6, and Ross Becker will be the batter, but we get a timeout out of the Cardinal dugout. Just underway in the top of the 5th inning, 1-1 our score. Big lead over there, and out at first base is the call. Schmitz picks off the base runner. There's Danny Gill running over there at first base for Del Toro, and he is picked off. So that cleans the bases. 1 out now for Becker. He'll try to get it going again. Takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. Now the 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. 1-1 ball game in the top of the 5th inning. Each team with their lone run in the 2nd. And pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1 for the SoCal victory. Travis Axel had a 2-out single, stole second base, and then scored on an RBI triple from Matt Magana. Pitch a strike, and it's 2-2. Cardinals got an RBI single from Marcus Roberson after Ben Vandal had singled. And there's a swing and a miss, and Becker strikes out. That's out number 2. And the batter is Brian Glenn. First one low and away, ball 1. 2 outs and the base is empty in the top of the 5th inning. Underclass Division Pool game in the 2015 Cactus Classic. Ball fouled out of play on the first base side. That'll get behind the first base dugout by several rows. We'll have one more pool game tomorrow as part of our coverage of the Cactus Classic, and then all 3 age division championship games on Sunday starting at 3 o'clock. And the 1-1 is popped up, and that gets just a couple of rows into the seats out of play, and they count 1-2. Pitch is low for a ball, 2-2. The wind and the 2-2. And a ground ball, that's foul outside of third base. Breaking ball over and a called strike. That one fooled Glenn, and that will end the SoCal victory 5th inning. No runs, no hits, an error. That runner picked off, so nobody left on, and after 4.5, we remain tied at 1. Ben Vandal, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals in the 5th, and he takes strike 1. And going after the next one, fouls it to the backstop or the netting behind home plate anyway, and it's 0-2. Vandal had a base hit his first time up, scored the only run of the game for the Cardinals back in the 2nd. And he is down on strikes, and that's out number 1 in the Cardinal 5th inning. The batter is Jake Barrett. Barrett takes strike 1. He had a fly ball to right field his first time up. 1-1 the count. Ball out of play down the right field side. 1-2 now. And a fly ball into shallow right field. And that's brought in for out number 2. That might be Magana over there in right field now. Again, it's open substitution as far as the defensive positions go. First pitch to Scott Masters over for a strike. That's off the handle, fouled back out of play. And the count's 0-2. On an 0-2 pitch, Masters is hit by the pitch. Masters will come off. Barrett will run at first base. And the batter is Matt Berry. And the first one to Berry across for a strike. And a fly ball hit to left field. And that's brought in for the final out, and that ends the 5th inning for the Cardinals. A 2-out hit batter, runner left at first base, and we put 5 in the books at Holcomb Park. Still 1-1. Travis Axel, the leadoff hitter for the victory in the 6th, has a pitch go behind him into the backstop. Ethan Schmitz has gone 5 innings, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits. And in fact, the 2 hits back-to-back to lead to that run in the 2nd. Fly ball out to center field. And that's brought in out number 1. Now here's Matt Magana. He had the RBI triple in the 2nd inning to bring in the only run. And going after the first one, fouls it off at the plate. Next one low and away, and it's 1-1. Next one inside, 3 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 pitch. And a fly ball to left. Outfield playing a little deeper this time, and over to make the catch is the left fielder. I think that's Schultz out there, and that's out number 2. Now Alan Arroyo struck out to end the 2nd. Bats with 2 outs and the bases empty in the top of the 6th. And a swing and a miss for a strike. Next one bounced in there, and it's 1-1. Pitch a little bit low, 2-1. And 3 balls and a strike on Arroyo. Anthony Heacock next for the SoCal victory. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 3-2. And that'll bounce in. That's ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts Arroyo aboard at first base. Heacock line down to the shortstop Carter in the 3rd. First pitch high for a ball. This next pitch from Ethan Schmitz will be pitch number 90. The 1-0. That's high, 2-0. And now Masters will make his way to the mound to talk to Schmitz. We play in the 6th, 1-1 our score. Another pitch high, 3-0. And that's inside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks now, and the second walk on 4 straight pitches. Schmitz up to 92 pitches on the afternoon, and the batter is Nick Ruiz. First one to Ruiz, misses for a ball. The next one over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Ball hit into right field, but that's playable out there and put away in right field to end the SoCal 6th inning. 3 fly ball outs wrapped around a couple of walks. And the victory will leave a couple of runners on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-1. Well, it's 10, 11, and 1 in the order for the Cardinals in the 6th. Marcus Roberson took ball 1 and now takes a strike on the inside corner. And it's 1-1. There's a line shot into left field, and that's in for a base hit. So leadoff single for Roberson and the Cardinals in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now we'll see. That's the go-ahead run on at first base. You got to expect at the bottom of the order that the Cardinals will ask Duke Fromer to bunt. First pitch over for a strike. No sign of a bunt there. And a bunt on, and it's a bunted foul. So you wonder on the first pitch if that's a missign or if that's more of a philosophical thing. Maybe for Premier West, they want to let the hitter take a look at that first strike or try to put the first strike in play, and then if they can't, then on strike one they ask for the bunt. Ask him to bunt again, he's going to bunt foul, and he's going to be out. Boy, just that's an interesting at-bat there. As Fromer strikes out. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Blake Del Toro. And now we'll go after the leadoff hitter in the Cardinal order, Dylan Satterfield. First one is Satterfield misses for a ball. Dylan called out on strikes in the first. Popped out to the first baseman in the third. Takes inside for a ball, 2-0. Pitch over for a strike. 2-1 the count. Go ahead, run at first base. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch fouled out of play, and it's 2-2. Pitch close, but called a ball, and it's 3-2. And a one hopper to second to get the out at second base. That's all they'll get, but they do get the force. So a 4-6 force play at second retires Roberson for the second out. And now it's Satterfield aboard at first with 2 away, and the batter Jack Carter. First one to Carter over for a strike. Jack walked in the first, struck out in the third. The 1-strike pitch off the handle. That's popped up behind home plate and just out of the reach of the catcher Axel. Ball down the right field line into foul territory, and that's caught in foul territory, and that will end the Cardinal 6th inning. Leadoff base hit, but they can't move the runner around, and after 6 innings of play, it's still 1-1. Bottom part of the order for the SoCal Victory in the 7th, and they'll face a new pitcher as Dylan Satterfield takes over on the mound. Count of a ball and a strike now on Michael Kerner. Standiford and Corey scheduled to follow in the Victory 7th inning. Next one is low, and it's 2-1. So Ethan Schmitz, the starter for the Premier West Cardinals, a no decision today as he goes 6 innings, allows 2 hits and only 1 run. It was an earned run. He walked 3, he struck out 6 and threw 95 pitches. Now 3-1 the count on Kerner. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 3-2. Kerner thought it was ball 4, or was at least trying to help his cause as he started down toward first base, but he's brought back. Now it's ball 4. A leadoff walk, and we'll see if the Victory are able to execute better than the Cardinals were able to in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that's what the timeout's about. They want to talk about bunt coverage here. As we play in the 7th, it's 1-1. Ryan Staniford in there as the throw goes to first base, and Kerner is back to first. Ball bunted. Play is to first base, and the throw is in time. Successful sacrifice. Staniford forced on the play, but does his job to move that runner up to second base. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out in the inning. Julian Corey, the first to get a chance to bring him in. And Corey hits a fly ball into shallow left center. Going to be a long run and a diving catch. And that'll be out number 2. It's a big out there. Wouldn't have, saved a run or anything like that, because the runner at second base, Kerner, had to stay put in case it was caught, which it in fact was. But still big to get the second out and keep that runner at second base. I believe it was Duke Frommer that made the catch in center. That's over for a strike, and it's 1-1 on Anthony Martin. Now the 1-1, that's off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. That is Frommer in center field for the Cardinals. Now the set and the 2-1 pitch. Line down the left field line, but well foul. That would have brought in the run, but again foul by several feet. Now the set, the 2-2, and that's foul to the netting. There, that pitch over the outside corner, a called third strike, and that does it for the Victory in the 7th inning. A leadoff walk, runner left at second. Victory have left 6, so make it 5 runners on now. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, a walk-off opportunity for the Cardinals. It's a 1-1 game. We get underway in the bottom of the 7th, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. LeConte took a pitch for a strike. Now takes a pitch for a ball, and it's 1-1. New pitcher on the bump for the SoCal Victory. It's Anthony Martin, who will try to get through the 7th inning. There's a fly ball, hit well out to left center field, and that's going to get to past the left fielder. That'll be extra bases. And stopping at second is Jamie LeConte, the number 3 hitter, delivering for the Cardinals. 3 hits in 3 trips. And that's the winning run at second base. The batter is Ethan Schmitz. First pitch fastball over for a strike. Blake Del Toro, the starter for the Victory, 6 innings, 5 hits, just 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He hit a batter and threw 82 pitches. Slow roller will get the runner to third base. Throw on to first is in time. An out, but a productive out. Schmitz grounds out 6-3, but LeConte gets a good read on a slow ground ball and gets from second to third. Now the winning run at third base. Garrett Schultz with a chance to hit with the infield in on the grass. And he takes the first pitch for strike one. 1-1 our score in the bottom of the 7th. Check of the runner and the 1-strike pitch. And that's low, and it's 1-1. Check over to third, the 1-1 pitch. That's high, 2-1. Maybe a little surprised that the Victory aren't thinking about a couple of walks here to load the bases. But you pick your poison. That's going to get the run in. It's going to do more than that. That's well over the head of the center fielder, down for a base hit. And it'll be a walk-off RBI single for Garrett Schultz. And the Premier West Cardinals beat the SoCal Victory by a final score of 2-1. So Schultz delivers the base hit. LeConte scores. And that ends our game, a 90-minute ball game in a 2-1 game. Good pitchers duel. And Premier West Cardinals able to get it done here. Totals on the ball game for the SoCal Victory: 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, they leave 5. And for Premier West, they get 2 runs on 7 base hits. They commit 1 error, and they leave 6 runners on base. Dylan Satterfield gets the win through 1 inning in a tie game. He gets through the top of the 7th and gets the win. Anthony Martin takes the loss. And with the win then for the Premier West Cardinals, they go to 1-1 in pool play. They'll face the T-Rex tomorrow out at Red Mountain Baseball Complex at 5 o'clock. And for SoCal Victory, they fall to 1-1. They will face Spartans Black tomorrow at 5 o'clock out at Red Mountain. So that will do it. Again, we play 90 minutes to get this pool game in the underclass division. And once again, our final score, it's the Premier West Cardinals 16U2 and the SoCal Victory 1 from Holcomb Ballpark in Mesa, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we'll talk to you. We hope to talk to you again very soon.